ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Beware the Bees, our football manager save here with Brentford FC in the Sky Bet Championship. And as you can see, it's been a pretty productive time after our games against Derby and Forest. Um, and we are still in there. We're in with a shout of promotion. Strangely, who would have thought it? So after that 2-2 draw with Derby and the 2-1 victory over Forest, we kept our run of form going with a 3-0 battering of Millwall. Really, absolutely played them off the park, and I mean, not by the stats, but it was a good performance from us, and I didn't actually realise they had that many shots, but they were mainly from range. We then scraped past Fulham in our next game. Santi Mina with the goal. It's good to see him actually getting in amongst the goals. The 18-year-old, he's been pretty good for us. It was a good close game. This one, we had a lot of injuries to our wingers, which is very tough to take, but luckily there was no very serious injuries. But then it came crashing down at home to Wolves. In what was a big blip for us. We did not play well. And then when we started pushing at the end of the game, they hit us on the counter. James Henry scoring in the 92nd minute on a counter attack. Then came three draws in a row against Huddersfield, Blackburn, and Cardiff. 1-1, 2-2, and 1-1 respectively. And it was decent, I suppose, but we often found ourselves either throwing it away, as you can see there, to Rudy Gestede, or and again to Kadeem Harris. But something I've noticed is that we often come from behind, which was not the case for the 5-2 victory over Ipswich, though, which was the case for the 4-2 victory over Wolves that followed. Nice to see we got 9 goals in the last 2 games against 2 good teams. But this game, we were good, but then we were great in the last 10 minutes. Getting the 2 extra goals really made it easy for us. Alan Judge scored 2 absolute worldies in this game. It's very good for him to get on the goals as well. Alan Judge, been a quality player in the centre and the midfield for us. Absolutely dominant in that box-to-box role. And then the 4-2 victory over Wolves. Again, didn't really play that well until the last 10 minutes. Andre Gray, Alan McCormick, and Hotter with the goals. We had to rotate a bit of the squad because fitness was becoming a concern. But it's a good opportunity now against Barnet to continue rotating our squad. Something I also was wondering, actually, since I last saw you, was I was concerned about what was happening with the new stadium, because Brentford, if you don't know, are getting a new stadium in real life. They currently play at Griffin Park, and they do use the whole stadium, even the standing bits, because they do have terracing. But on FM, it doesn't allow terracing, because in real life, when you're in the Championship, you've got 1 year to sort it out. You've got 1 season to go from terracing, I think, or at least to submit plans. But FM, and so you can still use the terracing. But on FM, you can't. It doesn't recognise this. So we're only getting 8,000 attendance. So I asked my friend Jamie if because his saves have quite 4 or 5 years in the future, if Brentford's still playing at Griffin Park. But apparently they moved into their new stadium. I think Lionel Road it's called. Which is 20,000 in 2017. So we've got 2 years to go for that, because it doesn't pop up on this little bit, on this little section here. We think it would. We're also grading our youth facilities to hopefully get some better quality in our youth ranks. Other than that, nothing really too much has really popped into my head. Sorry, I don't like doing the submit team from this view. I prefer here. Harley Dean can probably play. We need someone to captain the side. And he is our capitan. We could just play out that side, because that is a strong squad. Shove Andre Gray on the bench, of course. That is a strong squad. But although we do want to get a bit of rotation, so we'll give James Tarkowski a rest. Wangali Kumalo in. Alex Pritchard coming for the ever-present Hotter. And Andre Gray can replace Jack Grealish on the right-hand side. And I think that will see us through. Yeah, we should be beating Barnet. No questions asked, really. We should be beating Barnet. Barnet are a weird side. I mean, I don't know who their manager is now, but they're used to be managed by Edgar Davids for a little bit, weren't they? And he was a player manager. He came on, and he always wore the number 1 shirt and tried to start a trend. I never thought he would catch on, and then he got sacked. So unlucky, Edgar. You and your weird glasser things. No, glasses things. So yeah, I mean, as I said, we should be doing well in this game. I mean, our performances have been so far this season have been absolutely strange. Pritchard with the free kick, great start. 5 minutes, 1-0. Fantastic stuff from Alex Pritchard. But our performances have been really strange because I'm surprised, honestly. I'm surprised by the resiliency of the squad. Because we've been performing so well. Like wins and wins and wins. And even when we lose, you think, okay, here comes the bad run of form, here comes the slip. And we we take a few games, okay, granted we get a few draws, and then we go and then we're back to full throttle. And I'm honestly shocked by how well this side is doing. And for me now, the aim is playoffs. And I said at the start it was mid-table, but it's playoffs. And I think anything else other than playoffs is a bonus. So we need to work for playoffs. And Vilsvik now have a chance. Finds Judge. Pritchard. Santimina! With the goal. The young Spaniard does the business again. Fantastic stuff from Santimina. Turn and shoot. Another thing is, I know I haven't done too many episodes. It's only the 4th episode of Bill Over the Bees, but I was trying to get through seasons quick. I don't want to spend too much time weighing down because not too much is changing. It's we're winning a few games. Okay, and I thought give us an FA Cup, be a good tie to do, obviously, because Barnet could be in with could pull off an upset here. It doesn't look likely, especially as Charlie McDonald is sent off. Oh, they've got Toshiba as their sponsor. That's pretty cool. Sorry, got distracted. But I think Barnet are actually one of the better sides in the conference. So they could easily, with the confidence they have, pull off an upset here. But we've been professional in our approach. And that's pleasing because we are 2-0 up just at half time. And we've not given them a sniff in this game. So, yeah, pretty good. Pretty good indeed. Although, it's a... Oh, Bidwell, what were you doing? That was unnecessary. Giving away a penalty and giving Barnet their first shot of the game, which is going to be from the penalty spot, as Togwell puts it in. Sam Togwell scores, and it's game on. Game on. It's unnecessary from Bidwell, and that's disappointing. Okay, and we've picked up an injury as well. Andre Gray, luckily, is actually our second choice at the moment. We're going to bring on Moses Odubajo, the man who's been playing at right back since Bidwell came back from injury. Vilsic's moved to the right hand side, and it allows he drops Moses Odubajo to the bench because unfortunately he's not needed at that right back spot where we've been using him this season. He's done very well for us though, Moses Odubajo, the young man. He's only 21, still going to grow as a footballer, and I'm pleased with his performances when he's been there as Bonzangala brings down Harley Dean in the box, and we've got our own penalty 10 minutes after theirs, and Vilsvik, who is actually our second best penalty taker in the entire team, the right back, the Norwegian, signed from Stromgut, does the business. He's cool from the spot. He's got his deal with its shades on. Lars Christopher Vilsvik with the goal. Fantastic stuff. And we've got that 2-goal lead, and hopefully have squashed any thoughts of an upset here. Although, you never know if they can score this chance. Rose and, McLeod, the former Rangers man. We are the people. What a lad with the tackle. Dallas, Pritchard, McLeod. Go on, strike it. Alan Judge can strike it, finds Pritchard. Odubajo, it's another penalty. 4 minutes after the last one. And it's another chance for Vilsvik to increase his goal scoring tally. Lars Christopher Vilsvik puts it opposite side this time. Keeper still didn't dive. And it's 4-1. And we are really squashing them now. It's harsh on the conference side. Of them very well to get here. But we are a class above them today. And that's shown in the dominance of the stats. It's harsh on Barnet. I do feel a bit sad. I don't like knocking out lower opposition because if you've ever done a lower league save on Football Manager, it's really tough. Cup runs are hard, especially when you face some of the bigger teams. And if you can get past them, it's an incredible feeling. So I feel harsh. I feel bad for them, but we've got to do what we've got to do. And McLeod strikes one. It's dropped by Stack, and Santimina makes it 5. His second of the game. The Spanish boy on loan from Celta Vigo does it again. We're gonna bring on a few changes. I'm gonna make a few changes. Sorry. I was going to bring on Tommy Smith, but I don't want to take off a striker. Hotter can come on for Stuart Dallas on the left-hand side. And we'll bring on Alan McCormack for Alan Judge. We'll swap the Allens. And hopefully we don't pick up an injury, because this would be a terrible time. I feel that using all your subs in FM is calling out to getting injury normally. So that's frustrating when it happens. Bloody well is. I think I've talked about it before as well. But yeah, dominant performance from us. If we're going to end 5-1, that'll do. Lots of penalties. 3 penalties in this game. Vilsvik gives away a free kick. That's going to be the last kick of the game, surely. Oh, he's not even got time to take it. It's Brentford 5, Barnet 1. Good win, boys. Absolute professional performance. That'll do. And we've kept momentum on. You mean even though it's Barnet, it's a confidence boost for the players who have played. And a big win puts us in the hat for the next round of the cup. And we can hopefully progress far. I will see you now. We've got that's not showing me all the fixtures. But I'm thinking I want to do one after the transfer window. So Leeds, Watford or Charlton it's looking like. Or maybe we go a bit further. We could do Blackpool, Birmingham. I'm liking the look of Birmingham, actually. Birmingham away on the 28th. That's a month after the transfer window. So hopefully I can talk to you about maybe a signing or two. And it will give him time to fit in at the club. But that is the end of today's episode. I want to thank you very much for watching. I've been Toxic Lemon. You've been the audience. Much love. Bye-bye.